one of the two cities' homeless shelters meant to fill an emergency need has closed their doors. The other is expected to follow suit as temperatures continue to rise into the spring months, and the need for code blue safeguards are no longer apparent. Bronson Rasmussen joins us live from the newsroom today with more on the latest of these two shelters and really, Bronson, kind of an after action here. What has been happening with these shelters and what's the next plan for them?
Well, Justin, the homeless shelter located at Joy Fellowship Free Methodist Church, they closed their doors about a month ago. While the temporary space only held 8 beds, it did see a lot of foot traffic over their 3 months of operation.
They hosted a total of 64 different guests, so 64 different individuals, with an average number of encounters per guest being 6. So of those 64 people, on average, they stayed at that shelter 6 times, with the highest number of encounters for one individual being 24 times.
Meanwhile, the Mental Health Association's shelter, which opened late in the winter season following a construction delay, is still operational.
When we submitted the applications and did a budget amendment to DSS's Code Blue application, we accounted for them to be able to be open until the end of April and possibly even a couple of weeks into May. And so that was approved. So they can continue to serve until that budget is expended.
Before the shelters were in place, people in need of emergency housing were sent to local hotels and motels for the night. At the shelters, individuals can receive services that were otherwise unavailable. In fact, some of the homeless are giving back themselves, now volunteering.
It puts them in a place that is safe and that is supervised and has built-in support, whereas you send people to a hotel or motel, they don't have any of that.
Both locations plan to reopen next fall if funding returns.
Both shelters are interested in continuing with Code Blue efforts in the coming year. So that's a great thing. I think, there was a lot of effort that went into getting both facilities up and ready. The need is certainly there. We anticipate it will continue to be there.
According to officials, the Mental Health Association's shelter served 114 different individuals in their first 45 days of operation. Now, the Director of Development believes that the high use of both the Joy Fellowship and Mental Health Association shelters will persuade HUD to refund the funding next year. Reporting live in the newsroom, Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.